Alright, this one here is going to be for John Osmus. Says he loves to smoke and barbecue and needs something he can cut a brisket with. What we're actually working with today is a piece of about 7/8 diameter coil spring. Uncoiling a 7/8 diameter coil spring is just that easy. Alright, we are out of the forge. Down here in the shop, getting ready to do some grinding. It's like central South Carolina in May. It's 54 degrees and raining. Don't know what's up with that. Alright, got it all clamped up, ready to go. I'm going to just use an angle grinder and a grinding rock to get this forge scale off, because that'll damage your belts pretty quickly. And it's always do get as much grinding as possible before you heat treat it. It's easier to grind, so it's softer, and you don't have to worry about overheating it and ruining your temper. Grind the other side, and here we go to the belt sander. pins handle, we'll be in business. Grind done. We are ready for heat treat. Here we are back in the forge building. Got all our rough grinds done. Ready to start going through the thermal cycle at the end of the heat treat. Let me show you a little trick I got to make sure this stays straight in the forge. This here is just a piece of 1/8 wire, or bent to hold the blade up straight. You set that in the forge. You can prop your knife up on its edge. You don't want it to lay flat unless the bottom of your forge is perfectly flat. It causes it to heat unevenly, and then laying flat, it can warp. So stand it up straight to help ensure that while your nice ground, perfectly straight blade stays that way. The heat treat, really hard, got that beautiful gray color, but we did pick up the slightest of warp. You see it there, probably 15-20 thousandths of an inch. So here's the setup we're going to try. I'm going to take the nail that I cut the head off of, lay it down there, set this weight on it right there, and put it in the tempering oven. If that doesn't work, then I'll just have to grind the warp out. Quick update, while I was charging the camera batteries, went ahead and grind the warp out of this. Nice and straight now. Now we're just ready to do our finished grinds, the bezels, the little graphics, handle it, and it'll be done. That's all we got left to do. Vinyl stickers are going to act like a resist with ferric chloride acid. It's going to acid etch the whole blade, getting the whole thing black. Then when I peel these vinyl stickers off, it'll leave a negative behind. Rubbing alcohol. Don't want no fingerprints, oily residues, or anything. down with the alcohol one more time, and we're going to go into the acid edge. Alright, got the blade out of the acid edge. Now all I gotta do is peel off the stickers. I'm gonna go with the walnut on this one. I think it'll complement the dark blade pretty good. I'm going to share with you a cool little trick I actually learned from watching another bladesmith, Alex Steele, on YouTube. If you've never heard of him, go check him out. He's an amazingly talented and very well equipped young man. But take your scales to get them cut, cover one side of the masking tape, and then put a very small amount of super glue. You don't want too much because we are going to be pulling these back apart. And this will help a lot when you get to drill your pinholes and all that. Make sure that everything lines up perfectly. So now we got these super glued together. We're going to do a little bit of rough profiling, drill the pinholes, all that good stuff. And after all that's done, we'll peel them back apart, and we'll know that our pinholes are going to line up perfectly every time. I don't know if you can see it, but I kind of traced the outline of the handle onto the scale and drilled the first hole. And all in the effort of making sure all our holes line up perfectly when we go for a final assembly, we'll do is go ahead and drop that pin in the hole, slide it over the knife. Have no last minute surprises when we go to pin this thing up. Now we know for a fact all the holes line up. it's got a black via Tang with ferric fluoride. Got a masked off a little bit of electrical tape. Got the wood masked off a little bit of electrical tape. Back here towards the back of the Tang will not get as dark as the blade because it was not hardened. Hardened steel will be darker than unhardened steel when it's ferric fluoride. You can almost see that transition perfectly right there. If I can get the light just right on it. See right there. That's darker from there up and lighter from here down. That's a difference in the hardened steel and unhardened steel. Boiled linseed oil, great stuff. Sealing wood, bringing out its natural colors. Here you go, John. The Pit Boss Pitmaster barbecue knife.